For all students struggling with their studies, the time has come to discover quality guidance. SAT-ACT, AP exams, and much more study programs. Discipline Bootcamp. And hundreds of useful content are waiting for you in my study hub. Search, study, focus on Google and YouTube right now, or click the link in the video description. Take a step toward success with Study Hub. I believe the definition of excellence is inspiring the people around you. Yes, I think excellence should be this way. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's something that continues by inspiring one person who then inspires another. This way, you create an endless cycle that goes on forever. I think our challenge is knowing that our stories affect others, motivating them to create their own excellence. I'll quote one of my English teachers, Mr. Fisher. He has an amazing quote. It's not about being in the middle at the end of the game. This is something I live with all the time. I'm not going to rest, and now I continue to move forward. There are many answers I don't know. Hell, there are even questions I don't know, but I keep going. I just keep going and solve these as I progress. I just keep building this way. This is how I always live. So what brings you the most joy right now? Being with my family, that's the most fun part. Just hanging out with them all summer, doing things I normally can't do because of training and league season, then watching my bank account grow. I missed a lot about Natalie and Gianna because I was playing in the league. So every day I'm with them is super fun. It feels like the biggest entertainment to me. What about love? How does that feel? Lots of happiness. I think love should be defined as happiness. You should define it as a beautiful journey. It has ups and downs. Whether in life or career, you know, nothing is ever perfect. But because of love, you keep resisting. You can move even with the storm and beautiful sunshine rises. And the inevitable next storm comes, and you overcome that too. I think love is the absolute determination shown to go through bad and good times together with someone you love. My parents were amazing when I was growing up. They instilled in me the importance of imagination and curiosity. If something seemed impossible, I couldn't just sit here and say, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can do it. But you also need to put in the work, right? Why they taught me this at a very early age. When you're a kid, you think the world is yours. When you put in the work, everything is possible. I grew up with these beliefs. My mom was there for me every day. My dad was truly impressive. When I played basketball in the summer, I spent some life-changing times with him. I was about 10 years old, and there was a leading summer league in Philadelphia called Sonny Hill League. My dad and uncle had played there too. They were always the best at these things. Will Chamberlain played in the league. Dr. J played in the league. And I came to play here, and I didn't score a single point all summer. Really? Yeah, not even one. How old were you? 11? 10 or 11? You were playing against? Yeah, 10 or 11-year-olds and still couldn't score. Yeah, not even one. Were you in the game? I was in the game. How could you not score at all? Because it was terrible. I had big knee pads because I was growing really fast. I had different socks everywhere. I loved baggy tops. I was a skinny kid and couldn't do anything at the free throw line. 0 points. I remember crying and being sad about it. My dad just hugged me and said, listen, whether it's 0 or 60, whatever it is, I love you. This is the most important thing you can say to a child. When I failed, he gave me all the confidence in the world. I had confidence there, but with that, I was going to score 60 points, you know? When you're in a culture in this society, you can do some extraordinary things individually, but you never reach your full potential unless you do it collectively. Understanding this love, compassion, and empathy, I think real change started. For me in 2009, I made a conscious effort to become a more understanding person. But what I mean isn't having compassion and empathy and therefore being soft toward them. It's more about putting yourself in their shoes and understanding how they feel. Then you need to make a definitive decision. What buttons do I need to push for this player to get to the next level so they feel happy and lucky, and you do too? As a leader, your job is to do what's best for them, even if they don't like it at the time. One thing I learned is how to get maximum efficiency from my teammates. Many people think this is a simple thing. It's passing, for example. But this isn't the way to make these guys better. You really need to influence their behavior. I would tell them we need to have each other's backs. I didn't care if we were in Miami. For the game, I didn't care if we were in Chicago. Can't go out. We need to rest. We had back-to-back games Monday, Tuesday. You played Monday, you played again Tuesday. The kids, of course, weren't listening. Sometimes I'd say, if you guys are going out, I'm coming too. We'd go out together. I'd go to the party with you, but the next morning at 5 a.m. I'd knock on their doors. Let's go. Where are we going? I hung out with you. Now you're coming to hang out with me. That's what I did. We'd go to the gym and train. Then we'd get on the bus and go practice, and that evening we'd play the game. They'd be exhausted, but it would be a lesson taught to them. Listen, if you want to go out, do this, but don't forget why we came here. This is why we're here. This is why you're first in the league. What does losing feel like? It's exciting because it means you have different options to get better. You can understand and turn it into an advantage. What I mean is, losing sucks. But at the same time, if you look there, the answers are there too. I'll give you an example. Katie Lewis Anderson, one of the best college basketball players at UK. She's playing outside. She's going to be a senior. They had a really tough season last year. They lost in the finals against Notre Dame. Then I asked her, "Did you watch the tape of the Notre Dame game?" She said no. "Why didn't you watch it?" Said I didn't want to watch it. That's it. She said, "I know you didn't want to, but you're going to play again this year, right?" "Yes. You'll probably have a chance to meet them again in the finals, right?" "Yes. We'll probably meet again." Why would you go out there and prove to them? Without knowing why you lost? You have to do the hard thing to see the mistakes you made in the game. And you have to watch that game and study that game. You have to be brave enough to face it so you don't make those mistakes over and over again. She came to the office and we rewatched the game together. You have to deal with it, face it, and learn from your mistakes. I understand. So when you got injured, how did you overcome it? When you play for 20 years, you reach a certain level. After 20 years, I was like, wait, I have to start climbing that mountain from the very bottom again. I realized how necessary this was. At first, I still don't know what I was trying to do when I climbed. This was very scary, absolutely. What helped me was actually this, because that injury forced me to sit here and ask myself the question, if today were the last day of your career, what would you do? Now, what are we going to do? We have some ideas about doing something for your life after basketball, but what if that day is today? It could be right. What are you going to do now? I sat there for a long time thinking, and I said, let me get to work. That was the mentality. Said the way out of there was to work again. I learned a lot through games and records. You can look at game footage and see a player like in a movie. Look at the angle of their feet. Look at how they use their hands in defense. Thanks to this, you can see things in a different way, like a bug seeing the smallest detail.
Oh.
This is the best way to understand how you look at events with the smallest detail. How do you have this kind of mind? Ask questions, then find answers, and ask more questions, and find more answers. That's the whole thing. So can we teach what hard work means, right? When I wake up in the morning, my daughter comes with me. She comes with me before school. My daughter has a license now, so she can drive in the mornings. This makes her feel cool, right? Through this process, I understood the value of working hard and that things take time. At the same time, my 12-year-old daughter was also practicing every day. These behaviors motivated me to do these things.